Hello everyone, thank you for watching me. I'm Gustavo. First of all, I'm doing the introduction and etiquette to Comic Cons. I do apologize for the typos. My workload went a little bit up and I wrote this and didn't really check well, didn't check too much on the grammar, but I was like eager to participate on the panel, and for next year I'm redoing the slides and just making a little bit better as well, not with not too many mistakes around it as well. I'm really hoping to do a panel in Spanish. That's like one of my goals eventually, and want to expand them a little bit more and do one for photography and whatever comes in my head as well. I do not have anything related that I can show to self-promotion at the moment. I really didn't prepare anything, but I'm just thrilled to be here, and that's as much as I can say. Beside that, I'm new to the Comic Cons. Like, I've been going there since 2017, and there's like a few things that I've been noticing that not many people follow, like going to the website to know the rules. Cosplay is no consent. One thing that I learned badly to go into Jacksonville was that use your GPS, use Google. That will be your best friend to know the routes and places where you can eat as well. If they also have near like Instacart or something else, because the food is expensive like near the convention, especially like on the convention center. I learned that on MegaCon a few years ago, and I'm like, yeah, ain't happening again. Like, I'm not gonna go and pay so much in food, but that's something else. The photos that you see here, they go in between 2017 and 2019. So I'm not really planning to do anything new until next year with 2022 or maybe later on that one, which is one of the things that I want to do for a panel in the future, and it goes toward photo edition as well, photography in during conventions. But I haven't really prepared anything yet because of workload and school as well. There is like the golden rule of the conventions, like cosplay is not consent. I do not touch the cosplayers. Do not even say anything inappropriate. Just be respectful, because it's just about to have fun. It's just about to have fun. It's not about to make enemies, and you can make really good friends on the convention as well. That's something that I learned. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but this Chara and Flowey, they were the first person that I ever photographed. One thing is, whenever you are asking minors for a photograph, ask their parents as well, because not everybody will say it, and if the subject said no or the guardian said no, just say thank you and move on. That's it. And they are amazing, like one of the best cosplayers that I've seen, and they're so creative. And every year when I go to Metro, I try to follow, to ask, and we follow each other on Instagram as well. So there's the etiquette in a social environment. Like I said before, cosplay is not consent. Respect the personal space. Always ask permission for a photo. Do not touch other people, that including hugs. Like, respect personal space a lot, because not everybody wants to do that, especially after the pandemic. Be respectful with everyone's identity and orientation. Same with pronouns. Do not misgender people. Like, don't be such a horrible human to go on that level because somebody said no. You're just going and be ignorant about how other people reality are also interlinked to you, but you just want to ignore it. Always keep deodorant next to you. Like, so honestly, don't even use Axe cologne. Just keep a good deodorant, something that will kill the smell from here, from the underarms. And I can say fellow Goers will be grateful. A good hygiene has no price, no way to say thank you. It's like something just has to be there. Always be polite and ask for a photo. If the person, like I said no, just it's a no and just move on. This is Eddie, really cool guy. I wasn't even expecting that. Was on Tampa Bay Comic Con, I think, and he was cosplaying as Robbie Rotten. I was like, I need a photo, and a few months later, he found my Instagram, I think, and after that, I'm like, we became friends, and it's actually super cool. If you want to sit on a table and you don't know the people, I mean, because on the common areas, just as politely, you can make friends. Like honestly, I have done that, and it's actually quite amazing. And there's a lot of convention friends that I mean they last, and that's how I met a lot of them. Like I sit down, we meet each other on the hallway, and we found on social media. Like I said, respect the identity of the individual. Don't shame anyone who goes to the bathroom because everybody needs to pee. That's a reality. And a lot of people, especially the transgender and the non-binary, they face so much discrimination that, like I said, don't be such a horrible human being and don't call out. Everybody needs to pee. If you see something inappropriate, because that's another part, just do it. Just act. Ask for help to security, and they will take care of that one. But be nice, because also in conventions there is so much freedom. You can see a lot of different people, different realities, and you can learn from them. That's like one of the things that I enjoy. It's like going to Pride, but it's below, like on a dome with air conditioner, and it's like one of the events that I enjoy going every year whenever I can, and I'm happy about that. I always say thank you if you ask cosplayer for a photo. You can make somebody's day just by like asking, and just be grateful on that one, because you can really make a day. Just saying thank you can open so many doors. And do not take photos without permission. I made that mistake when I went the first time. Oh, and also, this is one thing that I noticed with some of the photographers who go to the con, that they ask like really horrible, inappropriate photos to some of the cosplayer who are wearing a little bit lesser clothes and they're like more revealing outfits. Like, don't be a creeper, like at all. There is like one thing also that I learned with over the years, like bring always first help kit with emergency numbers, not to the convention per se, but keep it in the hotel just in case, like Pepto-Bismol, like water, like little stuff that can make, oh, Dayquil as well, that works wonder. Something that can calm allergies, etc. And know where the closest clinic, that's what I said before. Google Maps is your best friend for that one, just in case of an emergency. Bring personal hygiene kits, and if you forget something, there's always like a Publix or whatever is closed, or Walgreens. Especially Publix, they close at 10 at least. I don't know how late they're closing lately. There's also like Walmart, Walgreens. There's many places that you can purchase them. And one thing is, you don't need a lot of money. Like I said before, for eating outside. If you go and eat in the convention center, that can cost a little bit more, or inside the event. But you can also bring like popcorn, like snacks, and you can just go to the hotel and have a really nice meal. Even hot pockets can save a lot of money whenever you're outside. And if you can drive, like I said before, you can drive to the closest supermarket or a little bit far away. See, with Instacart, Grubhub, they usually not that expensive, at least not over here. And they can actually go to the hotel and submit the items. I have done it, like I've done delivery in the last year, and I've been on certain places with certain events. It hasn't been big, it's just like little tiny things. And it's not bad, like Uber, live in the area, they also can drive you back and forth. And it's not bad either, but always let people know where you're going, because you never know what will happen. Like the other thing, like reusable bottles can be a lifesaver, especially with the water fountains, and especially with COVID, because I know some of the locations are selling those really high, and keep hydrated. That's like the most important side. Uber Eats, like I said before, can offer an alternative to pick up things if you're hungry from outside. I wouldn't order pizza that much. Papa John's is so expensive whenever they go to the cons. I think like they try to adjust the price, but I'm not so sure. I felt like the last time that I ordered one was like way too much for a tiny small pizza. Oh, she's like one of the friends that I make on the corner. 5 Feet Fire. Oh, I always forget. Justine, she's my muse. Like, she is amazing. And we met on MegaCon. Not met, but I saw her. She was like Princess Bubblegum on a post-apocalyptic outfit. And I was like, oh my god. Her row was full of candy. I'm like, I need to go and say hello. But there were so many people. And then I kept seeing, and I'm like, I just want a photo because she went on different conventions with the Princess Bubblegum, and I thought that it was amazing. There is also like the interaction with the panels, and something that I learned, like, be quiet. I should have moved that one to the first one, especially when the panels start. To be respectful, don't be a troll. It's not gonna be fun for anybody. And if people feel that they're being disrespected, they can call security, and I've seen that. Don't try to disrupt other viewers by trying to sitting in the front seat. If they started and there's so many people, don't try to move everybody out. Just sit in the back. Mute or lower your cell phone, or wait until there is like a moment to answer to the Q&A. Like I said, don't be a smartass. Like, nobody wants to see anybody that they project in being funny or clever. And if you feel anxious, you don't need to get involved in the activities. The hosts, they know. Just you just there just to enjoy it, to see, and that's it. And this is one of the things I did make this one for Metro. I reusing some of the panels because I had like a lot of work. I didn't even have the time, but I still enjoy it. I There's also the volunteers for the convention, and they can ask you for help. There's also the etiquette with the celebrity guests, like respect personal space, be respectful, like common things that you should know by now, like you see on school, you see on every day. And if you see, let's say, like the guests walking around the convention ground, because some of the cons they do that, like the guests walk back and forth to know the fans. I see the rule number one: respect the personal space, be respectful, and don't go like a maniac. It's not worth it. But try to be as civil as you can. That's like the main goal for the cons, and that's something that I learned. Like, cosplaying is about to have fun, to enjoy, to show something original, to do your thing. It's like a bunch of people having fun. That's the way that I say it. A bunch of nerds for fellow nerds doing nerd stuff. That's how I see it, and it's fun. You can have so many photos. That's like what I love going to the cons. Like, I love going to. You can see, like, that's one former friend that's, I don't know. I just thought that their costume was really cool. There's one thing that's can be nice. Just use gender neutral pronouns, and that will be like a lifesaver for people. Not a life, well, it's a lifesaver, but I'm not gonna go into that. But it's just common etiquette that I learned recently as well. Because one thing is, you're never too old to learn, and try to correct some of the behavior that you have, and learn how society evolves. That can help you to move forward and make friends and meet new people. And one person, they taught me that don't use he or she, just use they, because you don't know the person, and that's like common etiquette. And I've been following since then because it's be teachable. This is like one of my favorite photos. I don't remember. I think I took it on MegaCon Tampa Bay on 2018. I just love Orange House Club, so this really made my day. Same Billy and Mandy. I can remember Monty Python. Praise the sun. And a little bit of everything. Like, this is one of the best ones that I ever seen. I haven't really edited a lot of these photos. It's just on the moment that I took them. And I've been doing this little by little, but I'm gonna leave that for next year to make another panel about photo edition and give just a quick tutorial about how to pull out your personal aesthetic and just implement it in the photos. And this is what I've done, like I like to do whenever I go to the cons. I just love to go and ask for photos. Some of them say no, some of them say yes, because, like I said, they're proud to show their creation, some of them. And that's like another thing. Don't be rude if they didn't make them. Everybody doesn't have the same personal workspace, but they're just happy to show it. Some of the cosplays will be incredibly elaborate. Other ones, they will be commissioned, but they're part of the essence of the cosplayer, and that's something that whenever you go to a con, as an old con goer or new one, you should know. Don't try to think before you speak and before you ask any questions, and that will be one of the best experiences in your life whenever you're meeting cosplayers, and they can even teach you as well. Just checking on my cats as well. It's like my little background noise. Great. This is like one of the photos that I enjoy. Family cosplays are like fun for me. I wish one day I can do it. This is what I love about the conventions, like the inclusion space. I had this photo edited on some other space, but I haven't really finished it. Oh no, wait, this is the one that I edited it long ago. No, this is the old one, but this is what I like about cons. It's like super LGBTQ friendly, and like I said, it's like going to private with air conditioner, and I love that how people interact with each other. And like I said, I take photos. That's like one of the things. It's like you can see the people being happy and don't touch the cosplayer. This is something that I thought the Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, I go crazy with asking people, and that's like my treasure. That's like people who like to. A former friend said there's like two type of people who go to the cons. One of them is the one who like to show, and the other one is the people who like to take photos, and as well everybody do networking, and it's just a wonderful experience. And the same thing, cosplay, it's not age related. It can be, there's like one thing, be mindful and don't do any trying to find the right word, because I honestly forgot. Like the whitewashing that happened, let's say, with Scarlett Johansson on Ghost in the Shell. But also cosplay, if it's done right, it can be amazing, and it's not age restricted. You can be whatever you want to be, but don't play on racial stereotypes. Like, that's one thing. Nobody wants to see that. Like, I love seeing from My Hero Academia to senior citizens going with the golden era superheroes. It's just a visual thing for the senses, and it's just amazing. This is like one of my favorites because I love Kakegurui and I like Inuyasha. So I had to ask a photo, but at that moment I forgot to ask, and I was like excited, and I'm like, I just took it and I asked, and then I'm like, oh my god. I was like, oh, I want another one, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be such a jerk and just ask them again, but I was happy with the results. And it's the same thing. You can see other people, like regular Goers going, and you can see so many different interpretations, and you can see so many people having fun, which it's something I enjoy like 100%. This is like one of my goals for 2022, or if I can, for this year at the very end, as I want to go to another one whenever they open, like a few in Jacksonville and a few in Orlando, like around December. Same whenever I like, this is like one of the things that I like MetroCon, because you can go to they have like musical guests. So it's a little bit of everything, like Rashad V, Caleb Hiles, Jonathan John. They did that on 2018, and it's just amazing. Like, I love, this is what I said earlier. Cosplay is not only exclusive for like age constricted. You can be 60 and just have fun, and nobody should be ashamed about that. Same whenever you are like in your early 20s. You can be who you are and enjoy the cosplay and enjoy going with people with common interests and have fun. And that's what I say to new goers. Be mindful and be respectful, because it opened the doors so easily. And that's my panel. Like I said, I was trying to keep it simple and try to be precise. Well, not precise, but try to be short. I do appreciate for your attention and for watching me, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you all next year. See ya.